Alright guys, so this is John with Louisiana Tractor Works and Projects, and we have got the Massey back home, and we are going to retill the garden this time really good so that you can see what that row hipper will do on it. And I'm going to set the row hipper up, it says on the TYM, but on the Massey this time. Alright, and see how the Massey handles it. Also, excuse the fence line. As you can tell with the garden, I haven't even had a chance to get to the fence line yet. I'm running like 2 months behind on everything. Just bear with it. As soon as we get this dealt with, then we're going to deal with the fence line, get it all cleared up and that. Alright guys, so I got the Massey cooling down because that worked pretty good. I got parked in the shade here. So I think I got it tilled deep enough. Come back and I feathered out. The thing about a forward tiller is that it throws everything forward, so when you're in your row, you end up with a big old pile right there at the end of your run. Feather that way, all the pile that was left here, and then try to feather these back that way into the dirt, into the garden, to make up the rows. I don't know, one of the things I learned about the row hipper, it's about speed, and I don't know if the Massey is fast enough in low or strong enough in high to pull it. So we're going to set it up and we're going to try, because like I said, it's got a much narrower wheelbase, so I can get more rows in my garden than if I use the TYM. But if not, then we'll resort to, you know, probably going back with the TYM and try to figure out something else. Alright guys, as you can see, I got it on the Massey. Now I am going to adjust it to the tires, slide them gangs in, and get the tire patterns covered. Alright guys, so now I got them turned in the same. Like I said, I don't even know if the Massey's going to be able to do this. I'm going to try it in low and see what that does first. Then I'm going to try it in high and see how that does. But one thing's for sure, I don't want to mess up my Massey. So I'm going to play it by ear and see how it does. If it don't work really well, I'll go to the TYM. But man, I would sure like to get them rows like that, because that would maximize my row in the garden. So I'm gonna show you what I did and why I did it. Okay, I ain't got experience with one of these things, so you know, I'm really new at this. I'm watching the ground, I'm watching the dirt at the settings and what it's doing. What is happening, and I think it's because it's the Massey, when I got them parallel with the ground, horizontal, both blades, and just tilted inward. When it starts to dig, it starts to kick, and it kicks up. So the only blade, if you can see, the only blade that's actually really doing any digging is this one. Not this one, barely this one, and definitely not that one. So it's creating a valley like this. Okay, well that's fine, except for the only place it's kicking up dirt is right here, these two blades. And I'm gonna go show you that. It's not even covering the tire tracks. So though it's healing really nicely, you can see it's only digging on the very edge. Right on the very edge. It's not even covering the tire tracks. It's not digging out, in other words, the whole aisle. You know, it's not bringing that dirt there to the centers and putting it in the middle. Neither here nor here. It's just that one inside blade catching. Actually, not too bad straight. First time I ever run one of these things. I guess it's not too bad. Who knows? Well, I don't know, that's for sure. You guys probably do. But anyway, so yeah, so what my thinking is tilting that one more aggressively this way, and putting the inner blade out and putting the outer blade, it's going to rip on the inside. It's going to rip that inside in. And then this one's just going to normally throw. So we'll pull more of this dirt from the inside, and as I step it over each time, it's going to pull more aggressively from this side, you know, walking it all the way over to the very end. I think that's going to do me much better, but one thing's for sure, we're going to try it, because I got it set up, and we're going to see. I tried it in high, all right? You can't control it very well. So then I tried it in low. And as you've seen, I made a few passes in low. It did really good, but that's where the one blade is. And it might be that if I was in high, it would all settle down. But in high gear, it's really taxing the Massey. So I don't want to do that. So I want to set it up in a way that I can pull in low gear, maximum RPM in low gear, and get the max out of it. So that's why I want to try this. So that might be playing a big factor in it, is I'm not getting the speed, the ground speed that I need to really kick these things in with the Massey. But I'm going to try to find a setting that will work within the Massey's spec, what it can do.
Find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. This really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen, the other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
Alright guys, it don't show it really well on camera, but it kicked it up pretty good, and it ripped down that in that back side right there. But now that I got it broke down in there, I am going to now tilt that blade back straight, parallel with the ground, and it kicked in like it was, and then I'm going to run back through these rows as quickly as possible and see what I get for rows now. Alright guys, so now I got it running back parallel with the ground and tilted just in, and now I'm gonna run back through them again, because when it takes off it kicks up. So but I think we're digging in that side as deep as I did by tilting that sucker. Now I got dirt to throw from that side into the pile.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. Until I broke the rules. hero.
With it set up like this, on the Massey, all right, subcompact tractor. One is it shifts quite a bit. That's a pain. Two, your ass end will shift, so that's a little bit of pain. But in low, at 2,500, a little over 25, maybe 2,600 RPM, I only have to push the pedal halfway. What we call down here, walking the dog, is what I found to work best. Now I'm gonna show y'all down these rows. Okay, this is where it was highly kicked on that one side, cutting in deep, as you can see. Okay, and it was cutting on this side and then she's laying on this side. So all the way down, and you can see where some places she's cutting really good. But the rows are very crooked, very hard to keep her straight because she's digging so hard. Now I'm gonna show you what walking the dog has got me. Nice, high, fairly straight rows. All the way down. Half pedal in low range at 2,600 RPM. Just taking my time. Now it's more than one pass. Now, these next rows, this one over here, and that one there, and that one there, I was pushing, had it up to almost 3,000 RPMs and maxing out the pedal. And look, she was just dancing all over, especially when it come over here, she'd start dancing all over the place. Whenever she would hit something, she would just shift that rear of that tractor all over the place. So could not hold it straight. Now, this is at max RPM high, full pedal, low range. This is at 2,500 RPMs, low range, half pedal. Same height, a lot cleaner, a lot straighter, same build row. A lot more fuel, a little bit less time, but a lot more fuel. A lot less fuel, really walking the dog, taking your time, rolling it down. Now, a lot of people say you need to look straight ahead to keep your road straight. That's not what I found works for me. Y'all gotta excuse the house guys. We are still, believe it or not, they told us when we ordered the vinyl for this, it would be 24 weeks. 24 weeks later, they say it's another 8 to 12 weeks. 12 weeks later, they're saying it's another 8 to 12 weeks. So apparently the vinyl manufacturer that makes my vinyl is not making this vinyl no more. They're gonna discontinue it. So this batch that's coming out is the last batch. So they want a full load before they'll send any out to my distributor. So we are still waiting. I got literally 3 pieces just over 5 feet that I need in a corner. And that's it to finish my house. But anyway, so walking the dog seemed to do trick. Now what I did was, to keep them straight, is I was watching right there, the edge of my back tire along the row ahead of it. That's what I was watching. Not the front end, not the rear end, that tire. So as long as I kept that tire in its track, well, I'll show you over here where it shows up better, in its track, right there on that edge, the rows came out a heck of a lot straighter for me. All right, guys. So this is John with Louisiana Tractor Works and Projects. Man, we will catch y'all on the next one. God bless y'all. Have a great week or weekend, whichever one it is I get this up. And I will see y'all in the next one.